Hello, welcome to SLPA 230 Online. Our course title is Language Disorders and Intervention. I'm Jennifer Schultz. I will be your online instructor for this course. We have a blended course here with some students who are learning on campus at MTI and students who are in the online program and are really kind of spread out across the country. So it's going to be fun as everybody gets to know each other, and we have a bit of a larger group to interact with. Hopefully by now everybody has purchased their textbook from Joan Kotorovec. Kotorovec took me a long time to learn how to say her name, so we'll practice that a few times these couple of weeks. It's called Language Disorders in Children. It's in the second edition. You will need the hard copy text for this. You can rent it, although I always encourage people to purchase texts whenever possible, as they really do provide an excellent resource for you as you begin your SLPA career. We're going to do a quick overview of my MTI and some highlights of this course. I am on the overview page. You can see your grade in the course status port. Up here, news and announcements will be posting approximately weekly under latest news, and then calendar events and your next due assignment. Current unit is always going to be displayed there, and our assignments are typically going to be due on Fridays, and I believe tests will be due on Wednesdays. You can advance or go back on units to look at upcoming or previous units if you need to. So typical overview page. Make sure that the very next thing you do is you go to our syllabus page, you read through the syllabus, and use the pop-out box there to pop it out and print it so that you've got access to that. In terms of textbooks, you have this language disorders text that I just showed you, and then we also have Here's How to Do Therapy, which you already purchased for previous courses, and you also have a treatment resource manual, which you have already purchased for other courses or are purchasing at the same time for this course in speech disorders and adult communication disorders if you're in that course also. If you should happen to have the fourth edition of the treatment resource manual, I know we have some people who are completing this program over multiple years, you'll be fine. And if I reference something and a page number isn't right, that same material is going to be in the fourth edition, and I can help you find that. Later in the semester, you're going to be making what we're calling a visual support toolkit. So I've listed the estimated supplies that you're going to need for that project here. So you don't need those today, but you will need them when we get to that assignment. You do need to have your iPad. We have listed general apps for the program, and then also a few that are specific to this course. If you have any apps that you will need that are paid apps, we will provide you with a temporary license. So don't go out and start buying apps and feel like you've got some big expenses here. You don't. We'll provide you with licenses for those. Boardmaker Online is a free subscription that I will provide you with information about later. Everybody has speechpathology.com and Simucase access provided by MTI. Don't go out and pay for subscriptions for those. Simplicity, you should all already have access to. If not, we'll make sure we get that later on for you. Do not pay for it. And Trajexis is also paid for by MTI. So no payments needed there. Just know that you're going to be using those online subscriptions. Our objectives and our competencies for the course are all listed here. So you have a bunch of information that we're going to be learning about this semester. So it is a jam-packed course. We have our grading scale listed here, and I do reserve the right to add or change assignments. Generally, that always works in your favor. I will not typically add things in without cutting something else out or anything like that. So make sure if you have any papers that you're writing for this course that you use the MLA template from Microsoft Word and don't make changes to that. Academic honesty, my goal this year is for us to make it through this year without having any questions about the originality of work that people submit and not having to deal with any sort of academic misconduct. So help me meet that goal, please. Um, some of these policies are going to be new to those of you who have been only on-campus students before, so make sure that you pay close attention to those online policies there, and then our class schedule follows from there. Okay, so coursework page is probably the next most important page. All of our units will be opening up on Thursdays because our coursework is then due on Fridays. So coursework due on Fridays, and let's see, let's find a test date here. Tests are due on Tuesdays there. I always honor dates that are posted in the coursework page on the day that that unit opens up. So if you ever have questions about when your coursework is due, or if there's a difference between maybe what I've said in a voice thread and what's on the coursework page, we'll go with what's on the coursework page. Just another thing to consider is that you've got this handy dandy print button there. So what I do at the beginning of the semester is I print out the coursework page, and then as I do each item or get it ready for you, I check it off there. So that's something you can consider doing. You're still going to want to go back there every week and make sure that I didn't change anything, but it can be a nice way for you to keep track of where you are at in the course. Also in coursework, we'll be using VoiceThread. Your VoiceThread participation is graded in this course, and you need to make sure that you're getting in early in the week and then again later in the week so that you're not just going in once and posting a couple of comments. The idea here is that we are interacting with each other and learning from each other. So make sure you're getting in at least twice a week. You can access VoiceThreads for each assignment in the assignment itself by clicking on it and then launching the tool. And then I will archive those for you on our VoiceThreads page, which is conspicuously blank right now, but we'll set it up as a course view. So you will always have our lectures and discussions to go back to study from. I do not provide study guides for this course to get you ready for tests. You know, I have nothing to prevent you from accessing the materials that you have, including your notes and your textbook and any assignments that you have done. So you've got VoiceThread access, you've got your book, you've got your notes. So I'm not going to give an additional study guide for tests. So that's kind of how I do things, and it tends to work okay. I've been doing it for several years that way. So anything else? You know, your roster, make sure that you take a look at those pictures. You get to know each other. You guys will be interacting with each other. And you can always contact a student who maybe you don't see on a regular basis by clicking on the I, and that will get you that person's email address. Gradebook, make sure you're keeping track of your grades and you know where you are. We don't like surprises. You don't, and I don't either. So I really think that's it. So if you have any questions as we get started, make sure you let me know. I'm here to help you through this, and we'll have a lot of fun as we make treatment plans and design some activities and then share those with each other. So I'm looking forward to seeing your creative side as you learn about language disorders this semester.